it is declared as wildlife sanctuary. So 1 kilometer there is a prohibition for people not to do business and all. As per United Nations Biodiversity Convention, we are required to be compensated. And this compensation money comes from countries like America, Canada, UK and all that, because they survive because of this hotspot biodiversity. Our Western Ghats is supporting them. The damage which they do to the environment is all, assimilated by our Western Ghats and protecting them. So we are entitled for compensation.
So who should pay us compensation? It is the
Union of India has to receive anything to be done outside the country.
Correct.
The state can't do it.
Correct.
So it has to be done from the United Nations. Money has to come to the Union of India, and the Union of India has to pay us that money. So to ask from United Nations, government of Goa cannot ask.
Correct.
So government of Goa has to ask with Union of India. If Union of India doesn't pay, we have to file a suit in the Supreme Court and make Union of India ask that money and get it back. From the
what is the likely amount of compensation? Because this is a completely new topic for everybody. What is the likely amount of compensation?
$1 billion. Enough for the whole Goa to survive and make do. And those people who are suffering in those buffer zone areas, etc., coastal areas and all.
There is the kind of amount we are looking at. If United Nations has to compensate us.
Obviously, when United Nations comes in, it is, and America comes in, it's always billions of dollars.
And Goa should make the most of it.
And this is all should come to Goa. The Karnataka is destroying the Western Ghats. Maharashtra is also carrying scant regards for Western Ghats. Goa, fortunately, maybe because the government is there, it is pro-environmental, there are environmental activists here and all that, they are doing a good job. So maybe because of that, give them credit for everything.
You have already given advice to the government of Goa.
I've already.
And when do you expect this matter to move forward now?
That you have to ask either a fortune teller or the God himself. How can I tell you?
But Goa government will move ahead.
Goa government will move ahead. Goa government will move ahead. Goa government has all the desire to do it in the interest of Goans, and they want to move ahead in this matter.
Okay. दुसरा विषय जो आसा तो मातसो confusing, complicated and controversial आहे ते म्हळ्यार जेन्ना JMFC कोर्टान डिफेन्स मिनिस्टराच्या घरा कडेन वचून सर्च कर म्हणून सांगले. Goa government went into overdrive and by that night got a stay on that order. How are you looking at it legally?
I'll tell you, one is that order caused unnecessary national embarrassment. Okay? Just because somebody comes and says he's hiding in so and so, I can say tomorrow that somebody can come and say that he's hiding in Rashtrapati Bhavan, he's hiding in Prime Minister's house, he's hiding in White House in America. So will the magistrate issue warrants like this? Under the Criminal Procedure Code 1973, a magistrate is empowered to issue a warrant on the request of a police officer. Now why it says police officer? Because police officer does it with all responsibility at his command. He takes the instructions of his superiors. There are superiors to guide him. He has the material which shows there is a prima facie apprehension. Here was a case where the police inspector asked the magistrate to declare him as a proclaimed offender. He rejects that. Someone stands somewhere and says he is hiding at some place, and you just casually issue warrant.
Was that order illegal?
Completely illegal.
Completely illegal.
Completely illegal. I have said it's an obnoxious order.
What are you saying? The JMFC court overstepped on its powers, or it was
matter we have challenged that particular order. I can only tell you one thing, government of Goa has taken it very seriously. Judicial orders are to be respected, but if somebody is politicking simply on it and causing this kind of judiciary is not to be used by anyone for embarrassing people holding high position in life. Someone does wrong, he or she should be punished. Judiciary is there for it. You can't do this kind of corridor gimmicks and involve courts in this matter. If you ask me, it's a clear case where things went completely astray. We are also going to ask the High Court to institute an inquiry into it.
What kind of inquiry are you referring to?
That the Honorable High Court should decide. Because the Honorable High Court should see for itself that the person is in Delhi. Okay? You are asking to search the Defense Minister's house. What is the material before the magistrate? Was there any application by anyone? Had anyone filed any affidavit that he is hiding at a particular place? Today somebody gets up in the court and says that He's hiding somewhere else and the magistrate issues warrant based on it. That's why I told you the law requires a police officer to make an application in writing to the magistrate.
There is some prima facie evidence.
Obviously.
So what kind of inquiry? You want an inquiry into the procedure where the order was issued?
No, see, procedure and all is this one. Procedural laws they are not handmaids of justice. They are only to subserve the process of justice, not to govern the process. But here the power to issue a warrant is only when police officer applies for it. Just out of the hat, somebody can't pass any orders. Anyway, I don't know if you are aware of, Chief Justice of India, warrant was issued against him by a magistrate in Gujarat. That judgment is very clear. In that judgment, they have laid down where the magistrate, this particular order clearly violates the judgment of the Supreme Court.
So that's why you are calling it illegal and obnoxious.
Obviously, it is unheard of. Unheard of. You will have to make out an extraordinary case to say that an accused person is hiding somewhere.
दुसरो सेम रिलेटेड जो विषय आता मिकीचो विषय मागीर कायद्यान जर लोकां खातीर म्हणटा हांव गोंयकाराच्या नदरेंतल्यान विचारता की मिकी रायट नाव इज मिसींग तुमी प्रोक्लेम्ड ऑफेंडर ताका डिक्लेअर करप म्हणून मागता बट सिरियसली मिकी मुखार कितें लीगल ऑप्शन्स आतां उरल्यात अपार्ट फ्रॉम द
Supreme Court has dismissed his appeal. Once the special leave petition filed by you is dismissed by Supreme Court, and that is the last court. So far as legal options are concerned with the Supreme Court, there is no other way for him, but he has to, all that he can get is a time to surrender. But I think with this kind of things that he is absconding and all that, then the time to surrender is out of question now.
But एक जो बोळा चलतालो मध्ये की गव्हर्नर has power to pardon.
See, governor and president of India under the constitution has got power. Governor means in the constitutional sense of the term, the council of ministers. They have a power to pardon. They have a power to give respite, reprieve, remission, everything. So many powers. State government also has under CRPC. But that power is to be exercised by those authorities. Okay. As and when somebody files a petition before those authorities have to apply mind and take a decision on it. Whether the power is there, yes, it is there in the Constitution of India, it is there, power is there. Now whether the power will be exercised or not exercised, that God alone knows, can tell you. That the authority has to decide based on material.
But are there any set norms or set kind of cases or a precedent where a governor can take such a decision?
Yeah. No, governor has the power.
Correct.
Governor can use that particular power provided a case is made out for giving. So when do you give remission, respite, pardon? Now pardon was given in cases, so many cases pardons are given and people are let off. So many cases it is done. Only in a deserving case such a power is exercised by the constitutional authority. In undeserving cases, this powers is never exercised.
Where will you put Mickey's case?
I don't know. I'm not the governor, so I can't put it. Nor am I the part of the Council of Ministers, so I can't tell you where I can put it. So I would not like to comment on that. It is for them to decide. And whatever they do.
The powers are there, whether to use
powers
them
are there in the Constitution. Whether to use them or not to use them is a matter for them.
It is a matter for them.
Yeah.
लास्ट विषय जो आहा तो मायनिंगाचो जो तुम्ही परत खूप त्रास काढल्या
Mining सुरू जाता मरे आता.
आणि
It's
ह्या
all
जे
clear
पावला-
now. MOEF has cleared. They have renewed the mines also.
You are saying all the matters with the government are over now. It is up to the mining companies.
Yeah, mining companies have to start the mining now. So I don't know why they are not starting. Maybe because it is full of water, the pits are full of water.
The
Maybe
major
it
demand
was
happens to be the
stoppage
export
of 2 years and therefore it is not
The
started.
major demand happens to be the export duty and
There
the
seems to be
viability.
some substance in that because export duty was viable at a particular time when there was market for in the international market. If there is no international market, you can't go on exporting.
So there is substance in that demand.
There is a lot of substance in that demand if you speak from the commercial point of view. But insofar as government's point of view is concerned, government would always like to impose more taxes, more revenue and all those things. But that export duty is a central subject, so they have to decide basically.
गोंय सरकारान अशें आतां कितें गजाली करपाची उरल्या सो दॅट मायनिंग चालीक लागतलें
Kai na? Go have to only, once they start mining, we have to enforce those rules. The rules which we have framed. And then it is not free for all as it was earlier. Now there are all authorities and all. Every truck which leaves the mine, it should carry on its forehead from which truck, what mine, what ore, what quality, etc. is there. It is monitored on the road every time when it goes. Throughout it is monitored. Then there is a GPS system. So sitting anywhere, the director of mines knows which truck has gone to which jetty, which truck has gone to which jetty. So that the theft of ore and all the checks and balances are completely internal safeguards are in place. Now again, provided the government officers are alert,
correct,
and hopefully they will.
And the administration functions properly.
And the administration functions properly. It should not be a case of fence hitting the crops.
करेक्ट. लास्ट म्हाका गजाल म्हाका दिसता गोंयकाराच्या दृश्टींतल्यान सामकी म्हत्वाची. तुम्ही जेन्ना म्हादयची केसी भितर बी रिप्रेझेंट करतात न्ही तेन्ना एक मातशे एश्युरन्स आसता, एक गोंयकार म्हणून म्हाकाय आसता की तुम्ही आसात थंय बरें दिसता.
थँक्यू.
हय, आनी एक विश्वास आसता की बाबा एक सारकी बाजू मांडटले म्हणून. मदीक तुम्ही रिजायन जाले, मागीर तुम्ही आतां केअरटेकर एजी म्हणून चल्ला. सो what is the situation? What is the correct situation? You are ready to continue with the new chief minister?
No, of course I am ready to continue with new chief minister is no, because new chief minister is a very nice person. I have known him for this one. In fact, when I was Advocate General earlier from 99 till 2004, he was also BJP state president that time.
Correct.
And those elections were held under him. So that way he is not somebody unknown to me.
Absolutely.
Plus he has been a minister.
Had an equation with Manohar Parrikar.
I had an equation with Manohar Parrikar. I have very good equation with the present chief minister also. See, it is not that how long will you continue as AG? Because I have been an AG.
No, I am not asking you. That's a negative question. I am asking a very positive question.
No, 5 plus 3, 8 years I have been an AG.
I am saying you are continuing as AG.
See, what happens, I'll tell you, as an advocate general, it's a financial disaster. Initially, it was good to hold the post, etc., constitutional post, etc. Okay? I have an official gadi geuna. I have not taken. I have not taken official bungalow. Official office, I don't function much from there, I function from here. So I don't take any other benefits as such. That fee is, maximum is 8 lakhs. In some corners, there are people raising voice about that also.
Correct.
Other states and Union of India, it is much more. Those who make a grievance about AG's fee, AG gets a retainer of 20,000 per month, and he gets, as and when he appears, 8 lakh rupees. Now, if you go by our normal practice and normal professional things, this 8 lakhs is nothing. This is what we charge in a day per matter. So, that way it's a financial disaster. It's only in the interest of the state that we do it. But to that also, now I've been there for 8 years, so it's high time. Other people should also get some opportunity.
So you're continuing?
Presently I am there. Presently I am continuing. Presently I am continuing because I've been requested to continue.
And you're not putting any deadline to the government to search a new AG, because
as of now I am not putting
last time
any
we met, you said ki I still have a deadline in mind.
No, I had a deadline
for now.
It is not that it is wiped out for now or I have decided to continue indefinitely or not. In deference to the request made by the Honorable Chief Minister and Mr. Parrikar, the former Chief Minister, I am continuing for the present as Advocate General.
खूप म्हाका दिसता दिलासो दिवपी गजाल तुम्ही सांगली इतल्याचेर
But there are so many competent lawyers. All over India there are competent lawyers. All over Goa also will have so many competent
काय
lawyers.
जाणांबद्दल विश्वास दिसता इतल्याच पॉझिटिव्ह नोटाचेर हांव थांबता. इतली बरी मुलाखत दिली आनी सदां भशेन इतली फ्रँक दिली. थँक्स अ लॉट. इट वॉज प्लेजर टॉकिंग टू यू.